almost didn't go. 3 days after my husband's funeral, the idea of balloons and cake felt obscene. But my sister insisted. It's just a small first birthday, family only. She said it gently enough that I told myself showing up was the decent thing to do. Grief makes you obedient. The house was loud in a way mine no longer was. My home still smelled faintly of the lilies from the funeral. Here, there was frosting and coffee and plastic decorations taped to walls. People hugged me too long. They looked at me the way people look at something fragile and temporary. Then my sister tapped a spoon against a glass. Remember that sound more clearly than anything else. She didn't look nervous. She looked prepared. It's time everyone knows, she said, resting a hand on her son's shoulder. My son is actually your husband's child. There are moments when the body reacts before the mind does. My chest tightened, but not in the way she probably expected. I didn't gasp, cry. She kept going. So, as inheritance, I'll be taking half of your house. It's worth $800,000. She smiled, thin and victorious. He left a will. She held up printed pages. The room shifted toward me, turned into curiosity. I took the papers when she offered them, almost politely. My hands weren't shaking. That surprised me. Read the first paragraph, then the signature. And that's when I had to press my lips together to stop myself from laughing. Not because it was funny, because it was impossible. 2 years before he died, my husband had undergone a medical procedure after a long, painful discussion about children. We had tried. We had failed. We had grieved that quietly, just the two of us. He chose a vasectomy. I went to the follow-up appointment with him. I remember the sterile smell of the clinic. The doctor explaining permanence, the paperwork we both signed. Permanent. I looked up at my sister. She mistook my silence for devastation. You don't have to make a scene, she added, lowering her voice in mock compassion. We can handle this privately. I deserve what's fair. Deserve. The will she handed me was formatted poorly. The language was stiff, almost theatrical. Husband hated formal phrasing. He wrote like he spoke, direct, slightly sarcastic, allergic to drama. And the date was wrong. Claimed to have been signed during a week he was hospitalized. I had slept in a chair beside him every night. Folded the pages carefully. Oh, I said quietly. I see. That was when I called our attorney. Not dramatically, not angrily. Stepped aside and dialed. When he answered, I explained calmly that someone was presenting a will I had never seen. Asked one question. Is it filed with our office? No. Then it's not legally recognized. I put him on speaker. My sister's smile flickered. He stated, clearly and professionally, that the only valid will on record named me sole beneficiary. He added that any competing document would require formal probate review and forensic verification. Then, almost as an afterthought, he mentioned that my husband's medical file, referenced in estate planning discussions, documented a sterilization procedure years prior. The room went very quiet. No one looked at me anymore. They looked at her. My sister's face changed slowly, like something deflating. Medical records can be wrong, she said, but her voice lacked conviction. The attorney responded evenly. If there are allegations of paternity, those are resolved through court-ordered testing. However, the medical documentation would make biological paternity extremely unlikely. Unlikely. Such a gentle word for impossible. Thanked him and ended the call. No one applauded. No one defended me out loud. They just shifted in place, embarrassed to have witnessed something they didn't fully understand. I handed the pages back to my sister. If you believe this is real, I said. You're welcome to pursue it legally." I didn't ask her who helped her draft it. Didn't ask how long she'd been planning to say this. I didn't ask whether the child's father knew he was being erased. Those were separate griefs. I picked up my purse and left before they cut the cake. Driving home, I felt something unexpected, not triumph, not even relief, clarity. Grief had made me feel small all week, like I was dissolving into everyone else's sympathy. In that room, when she tried to use my husband's death as leverage, something solid returned. Understood then that composure can be louder than outrage. The next morning, instructed my attorney to send a formal notice regarding defamation and fraudulent documentation. Not to punish her. To draw a line. Don't know if my relationship with my sister will survive this. I'm not sure I want it to. The house feels different now. Still quiet, still heavy. But it is mine, not because I fought for it, because I didn't have to.